have to record this again because my face was zoomed in all the way. Why did I? This was supposed to be helpful, but it's not. It's not. Whatever. It's fine. We'll do this again. Well, anyways, hi everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Anna, and I thought it would be great to share my bookish goals for 2025. We are still in January, so I thought it's never too late to share. And some people are still barely resetting for the new year, so why not just do it right now? One thing before we do start, you may hear some snores, and it is my dogs. They're in the couch, so I hope it's not as loud, and if it is, I hope it's not annoying. I promise you, he's a cute little dog. Well, he's not so little, but I am so excited for 2025 because I didn't have time to read in 2024. I was a grad student. I graduated with my MPH back in December 2024, so about a month ago. And I was a student for 18 months. It was an accelerated program, so it was fast-paced. So I didn't really have time to read for fun. I attempted to during my breaks, but honestly, I just wanted to rest and chill and just hibernate. Even if it was summer, I didn't want to touch any books. Like, I was so tired from like the semester, the quarter, whatever it was, because it wasn't even a quarter. It was just like 8 weeks, bam, 8 weeks, bang, 8 weeks, like fast paced. So that's why I'm so excited for 2025. I was even badgering my friends, like, I need to be part of a book club ASAP, and you two are going to be part of it. I don't even think I gave them the choice. And one of them chose Bunny, and we're currently reading that book right now. And I'm excited because I'm part of a book club again, and I have all these goals, and I can read again, but I don't want to overdo it because I don't want to crash out. So with that said, let me share my goals. I have them in my Hobonichi. I am obsessed with my Hobonichi. I do have a journal planner lineup for 2025 video coming up too. I just need to record it, but just in case you're curious, I have them here. It's just this cute little page, and I only have 9 goals, so I'm not overdoing it either. It's very a realistic list, very manageable and doable. Very manageable and very doable. The first goal is to read 24 books. So that's that is 2 books per month. Perfect. Like, I think that's very doable, and I can probably even pass the 24 books, but I don't know. I just don't want to pressure myself. Like I said, I don't want to crash out and be like, "Oh, I want to read so much, and at the end not read the amount of books." And even if it's like 1 or 2 or 4 or 5 or 10, I would still feel accomplished because that is 10 more books that I didn't read before. But for 2025, I'm setting myself the challenge to read 24 books. The second goal is to read 1 book in Spanish, not translated, but like Spanish. I want to challenge myself to read in my first language. I was gonna say my home language, but in my first language. I am English is my second language. So yeah, I just wanted to add a Spanish book in there. And I know there's a lot of good books out there. Like, I was researching and looking into what I can read, and I'm kind of excited. So the third goal is to read 1 international book, but this one that is translated into English. I have 1 book in mind, and it is by an Argentinian author. I think it's a horror book. I'm not sure, but that one, or my friend gifted me what's the title? 100 Years of Solitude. I believe he is a Colombian author, but I have the English version. So that's what I mean by an international book, but that is translated into English. I also have a Korean book that was translated into English as well, but I think it's Korean, that it's in my list as well. So I have plenty to choose from. My fourth book goal is, or reading goal is, to read one memoir or biography. I believe I do have an anticipated read for this. I believe it's a biography and not a memoir because someone else wrote it. Yes, I believe. I'm not, I have to double check, but it's the Sir Lewis Hamilton. I am a F1 fan. I've been watching it for 3 years with my husband. He's been a fan forever, but he got me into it and now I'm obsessed, and I am so sad Checo is no longer racing this year, but whatever, that's not the point of this video. Anyways, I'm really excited to read about Sir Hamilton Lewis. I think his upbringing and like the things that he has accomplished are incredible, so I just want to learn more about him. My fifth goal is to read 3 public health books. I have a list that I want to read as well, and they are like intersectional with other type of fields, so like social justice or sociology, psychology, nutrition, like all of those type of books. I want to read like Evicted is one of them. There's, I think the title is How the Other Half Eats. So like those type of social injustices, public health reading books that I want to read. My sixth goal is a less book overconsumption and more trips to the library. I need to stop just buying books, or my first instinct is to go buy a book. I need to go to my library. I need to support my library. I need to visit my library more and promote my libraries more, or libraries in general. And it helps with not only the space and the saving money, but it also supports the library, like I mentioned. So it's really important for me to follow through with this goal. Like, out of all of these goals, that goal needs to be completed by 2025. The only exception to the rule would be if for book club. If I cannot find it immediately at the library or on my e-reader through the library, I'm allowed to buy it, but it needs to be first from a local library, local bookstore. And if I can't, then it'll be Barnes and Noble, or Amazon would be the last place. But there's like rules, you know. I have to follow first, and then worst case scenario, fine, I buy the book. And it goes with all the other books too. If I absolutely need to read it right there and then, and my TBR is completely read, I have no business buying any new books. So I hope I keep myself accountable to that, because I love buying books. Like, buying books is a hobby of its own. Reading books and buying books is 2 different things, but I need to do more of the reading and less of the shopping for books. So that's why that's in there. It should have been number 1. My 7th book goes alongside with goal number 5, which is read more articles or journals. They don't have to be academic or research based, but they have to be credible and of substance. So for example, like I've seen a lot of like very interesting about like relationships with friends, or like those type of topics. I feel like The Atlantic does a lot of those, or even Vox, like those type of articles, but they can't be like, you know, if you catch my drift. It just has to be credible sources and not exaggerated, and telling the truth, or not swaying people into some sort of thing. Moving on. My 8th goal is to read at least 5 books from my physical TBR. So I need to read 5 books, and then I can, like, if I absolutely, it's not a 5-star for me, then I gotta donate it. Like, out with the old, in with the new. So I feel like that's the only compromise I would also have, is I need to read from my physical TBR and then donate it, and then I can bring a new book in. It's kind of like the clothing, like clothing, shoes, bags, like all that spring cleaning or New Year cleaning we did is 1 in, 1 out. So that's my goal. My last goal is to read a horror or scary book. I've been trying to, but I get so scared and I feel like I psych myself out. I don't even continue reading it. I just like, no, I can't. I just rather not. And I did that with Mexican Gothic, which I feel like a lot of you might be laughing about that, but I heard it's kind of scary and gory, and I don't know. And I know Into the Flesh or In the Flesh or Fresh is the Flesh, something like that. I can't remember the title. I'll put it here like correctly with the picture too of the book. I know that is even worse, but I just gotta do it. I gotta do it. I hear so many good books about horror books and scary books, and I want to enjoy that genre too. So why not put myself through it and just get it over with? And if I do read that book, the Argentinian author that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, then I would literally complete 2 books. I'm sorry, I would complete 2 goals with 1 book. So how awesome is that? Like, I'm psyching myself up, like, yay, I gotta do it. But yeah, that is all of my goals. Let me know if you have any goals for reading goals for 2025. Are you more of a mood reader, or you just read whenever you want to? Are you a new reader? And if you have new goals, I feel like I'm more on like the new reader, to be honest, because reading is a hobby that you have to like keep doing, because it's like a muscle. You gotta work it. So that's why I feel like I'm more in the like semi newbie again. And it feels good. I love reading regardless. Like I always loved it, but I always love the excitement of starting to read again. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.